back up in my room, gonna go through some more CDs. This one was living over there. There's an exercise bike in the way that I never even used. I bought this exercise bike, I never used it. As you can tell by the fact I'm out of puff, just walking up the stairs. So I need to put it on that shelf there. It's a bit awkward because I've got one hand holding the camera. But if you look here, all these fell down when I took this case out the other day. Oh, I'm not even pointing it now, I just dropped the... I'm pointing in the wrong bloody direction because I'm trying to hold it and do it at the same time. See all those CDs there? It's a whole bunch of compilation CDs that I made up for my fanzine. Cold, Grey and Dead 6. Yeah, I put a compilation out. First of all, it was like on its own, and then I tied it in with my fanzine in the end, and got loads of them there with no cover on them. I'll see if I can print up the covers again. I've actually got loads with covers already, and these are just ones without covers. I should look to give those away maybe. If anyone's interested in getting a compilation of old 90s, you know, there's little sort of underground bands on there. If you're interested, just hit me up in a comment, and maybe I'll just do it for like a, I don't know, make you pay postage or something so I don't lose out on money, because I'm not working at the moment, so I'd rather not have to pay any money out. But if you want an old compilation, got a fanzine as well, got a few of my old fanzines knocking around. So if you're interested in like Kentucky Fried Afterbirth fanzine and a Cold, Grey and Dead compilation, you know, comment me, and you know, if you want to give me some money for it, that'd be well and dandy. But at least do the postage, because yeah, I don't want to miss out, lose out any more money. Yeah, and I can't really afford it at the moment. Right, so I'm gonna go through this box now. This box of CDs here. Here we go. Let's zoom out a little bit. Got another box of CDs to go through. Okay, so let's see what we have inside this little red CD bag. Right, feels more like, yeah, not that many promos in this one. These are all ones that I've bought back in the day. Actually, there's one promo here right at the beginning, tucked in at the beginning, if I can just get the bugger out. Dismal Euphony. I remember that. That was a good album, that one. I enjoyed that. I think I gave it 10 out of 10, actually. I think I was there's either 9 or 10 out of 10. I really thought it was a really cool album. Sort of female-fronted, kind of doomy death, very catchy. Oh, little devils, you're dancing in ecstasy. Da, da, dee, ba, ba, da. Yeah, whatever. It was cool. Don't ask me to remember it or sing it with any quality. Candlemass, of course. Cannot beat a Candlemass. Obviously, black covers is normal for Candlemass. You've got a little white cover here, but this looks just as good actually with the black writing on the white cover. It's got a few marks on it I'm trying to wash off, but I don't seem to want to shift. It's a shame. That's always the trouble, isn't it? White stuff picks up all the black, and black stuff picks up all the white, like fingerprints and stuff like that. Right, this is a band, underrated I think, Deadhead. Really cool band. I mean, I've got 3 or 4 of their albums, and they're all bloody good stuff. They're still going, I think. The film have reformed recently, but yeah, I really enjoy their death thrashy kind of things that they do. Things. Yeah, well, yeah, they're good. Right, of course, Grave, Swedish death metal, classic old school Swedish death metal, great stuff. I've got this on vinyl as well, actually. I just bought it on CD because I suppose I wanted to have it on CD. You know, what excuse do you need? Maybe for DJing or something like that. Maybe for ease of like playing, so you haven't got to worry about digging out the bloody vinyl and sticking it on the turntable, and that you just play it all in one go. Possibly because I wanted to put it on my laptop even, who knows. But yeah, Grave, bloody good band. Still going live. Saw them live a good few years ago now, but they were still kicking ass. And the good thing was they played. I went to see them. And I was thinking to myself, I hope they play a lot of stuff off of You'll Never See, and they did. They played the good stuff. You'll Never See, and Now and Forever. Yeah, those two are particularly memorable tracks off of that. Well, Exodus, when they come back with a bang, didn't they? With this one, is this the one that after the long hiatus? After the debacle that I will never tire of loathing, Force of Habit, after that one they disappeared into a deep dark well of despair for a while, and I think this is the one that they came roaring back with in a massive way, and it was like, yes, this is the Exodus we know and love, this is the Exodus we need, this is the Exodus we deserve. And yeah, bloody good stuff, really cool album this one. crap. It's got some awesome tracks on it, and of course, this album's rubbish. It's absolutely rubbish. This album, what like the rubbish this album is. Yes, I am fucking joking. It's a bloody excellent album. It's Violence, Eternal Nightmare. Got this on vinyl as well, and I suppose just for the same reason as the Grave one, I wanted to have it on CD, and why not? You can't help but get it in as many formats as you possibly can, because this is thrash excellence. Absolute excellence of thrash. If you consider yourself a thrasher in any way and you've not heard this, bloody hell, get out there and listen to that, man. That is an awesome bloody album. Maybe you have heard it, maybe you've heard it and you don't like it. Fair enough. Some people don't like apparently some people don't like Sean Keegan's vocals, but I really like his vocals. I think he really carried it off and made it sound a bit different. Right, this one's getting a bit of reflection on it. Can you see me? Can you see me? Yeah, Embalmer. I like Embalmer. I like their death metal. What's the one that they had a mini EP before that I really enjoyed. Oh, sorry. It had a track on it. I can't remember the Necro Filing Cabinet. I think it's called There Was Blood Everywhere or something like that. I can't remember the name now, but it was a little EP. The Necro Filing Cabinet was one of the tracks off it. I do like a good pun when it comes to death metal, and yeah, they're just awesome, heavy, straight up American death metal. Really, I'm not sure where they're from. Can't remember where they're from, but I know I like that EP, and that's why I made sure I picked up that 13 Faces of Death. Right, more old school death metal, kind of death thrash actually, but Deceased. When I first heard Deceased, I had the Luck of the Corpse album on vinyl. I really didn't like it. I was like, yeah, these are a bit pants actually. The production's terrible. It's not grabbing me at all. And then when the 13 Frightened Souls EP came out, I took a chance on it, because I was thinking, like, yeah, I'll give them a chance, because I didn't like the album particularly. But I listened to that and I was like, oh yes. Ah, yes. And ever since, they have done no wrong as far as I'm concerned. Deceased can do no wrong. They bring out excellent album after excellent album. In fact, they had a new album come out just on Halloween. I've not had a chance to even listen to that yet, but I may have to stick that on my Christmas list, because, I don't get that many CDs nowadays, but when I do, it's normally like I put it on my Christmas list or my birthday list, and I get my beloveds to buy it for me. So I'll stick the new Deceased on my Christmas list. Shut up, computer. I hate it when my computer makes noises when I'm trying to do videos. Right, October 31. Some of the same guys from Deceased. It's King Fowley. He's in this band as well. I'm not sure if he's still drumming. I think he might have gone over just the vocals. But October 31 is a more kind of old school heavy metal take on Deceased. And they are really cool. This No Survivors album is excellent. I bought their most recent album, which was a load of covers of old Metal Massacre albums. You know, the old Metal Massacre series? They were like a compilation, and they've covered like their favourites off of I think there's 5 or 6 or 7. I'm not quite sure how many Metal Massacres they were. I think they called it Metal Massacre 31, obviously after October 31. And yeah, that's really cool as well. It's just got lots of cool covers of bands that long forgotten probably. Right. Another of my favourite bands. This is a really good box, this one actually. I must have taken this out DJing at one point. It would be like, what can I DJ with? I'll pick up all the ones I really like. And this looks like some of my best of records actually. Cadaver, In Pains, Norwegian I think they were. Norwegian or Sweden? I'm going with Norwegian for some reason. I'm pretty sure they were Norwegian. I saw these guys live in the Royal Standard Walthamstow. It was kind of a good day and a bad day, because there was death metal all dayer going on, and I had to leave. It wasn't just death metal. It was an all dayer. I saw Thus Defiled, black metal band, for the first time. I saw Desecration for the very first time, the Welsh death metal machine. This is back in '93, I think, and the headlining was Gorguts and Blasphemy, and I left. I missed Gorguts and Blasphemy, because just down the road, that gig was in Finsbury Park, just down the road, a few stops on the Victoria line. Yeah, it was the Walthamstow Royal Standard, where Cadaver were playing with Red Harvest and a band called Osiris. And I'd never really heard of Osiris before. I never actually got any of their stuff actually, but I should have done, because I really enjoyed them when I saw them. And of course, Red Harvest, I had their No Mind's Land album, which was really good, kind of quirky thrash. And these guys have changed so much over the course of their albums. The first album, Hallucinating Anxiety, I think it's called, is like sick. It's got a sick cover. It's like an eyeball with maggots pouring out of it. So really nasty looking stuff. And it's got a really deep, bassy kind of, terrible death metal sound, but terrible in all good ways. And then this one, a complete change of tack. They went all technical. They had a cello player for a bass, and you can hear it in a couple of the tracks with the bow even. And when they did that live with the bow, the big cello up on stage. It's like I'm trying to do the bow there, doing the bow. It sounded really bloody good. It was excellent, and it was a practically empty fucking venue because obviously everyone was down the road at the Aldea. But I left there to meet up with my old guitarist from my band Suffering, and we saw that bill, and it was bloody awesome. The only time I got to see Cadaver, or Red Harvest, or Osiris. But yeah, one of my endearing memories. Obviously, that's why I won't shut up about it. Right, then this band here are called Immersed in Blood. You can't see that because the name of the song is much larger. There's no logo. It's really weird. Killing Season. And then in small, right underneath, performed by Immersed in Blood. Now, Immersed in Blood, a bit of a hidden gem, I think. I don't know of that many people I've never heard anyone talking about them at all, or seen their name being banded around anywhere. But they are really, really good death metal. Really good. I think they're Swedish. Pretty sure there's another album of theirs somewhere around. I think I've got it. It could be an EP, and it's just like real brutal, brilliant stuff. And I can't believe they never turned out to, become a bit of a household name. Right, real old 91 maybe, Swiss death metal, I believe. I think they only had the one album. Cool logo, love the logo, the eyeball hanging off it there. Yeah, brutal grind death metal, intense and ultra heavy, and really catchy, really good. Sickening Gore, great band they were. I can't remember, did they play in England once? Oh, I got a feeling they might have played in England at one point, and I might have gone to see them, but I can't really remember now. Right, yeah, Suicidal Tendencies, my favourite thrash band at one time, but this was the last album, to my mind, that was any good. After this, they kind of went a bit crappy, to be honest. But this has got the classic You Can't Bring Me Down on it, which is an awesome track. I remember my 21st birthday party, I made sure I was taking over the music whenever I could. Obviously, I was the only headbanger there, or me and my mate were the only headbangers there, and so we couldn't play music all the time, but when we put this one on, obviously You Can't Bring Me Down is a bloody headbanger all day long. If you can't bang your head to You Can't Bring Me Down by Suicidal Tendencies, then you're already dead. Right, Machetazo, Grind from Spain, Cano de Cementerio. Yeah, you can tell I'm fluent in Spanish by my awesome accent there. Machetazo. Yeah, these are really nasty death metal grind. Really kind of like a kind of high pitched, kind of speedy, not real deep, dark, guttural kind of death metal, but more like buzzing kind of chainsaw-y kind of riffs kind of thing. Really cool though. I like Machetazo. It's probably not pronouncing it right. It's probably Machetazo or something like that. I can't remember if I've seen. No. You know what? Every time my brain is so crap, I look at a label and I think, oh, have I seen those guys live? I'm sure Machetazo never came over to London. No, but I've got some, anyway, these guys are cool as well. This is another one of those bands. I think I've found these up on, there used to be an old site like with loads of underground bands on there. I can't remember what it was called though. It wasn't a CD Baby, but, I can't remember what it was. But you had loads of downloads you can get on there, loads of bands you could search for on there. I downloaded a track of theirs off of this one, I believe, In the Grip of Fear, I think it was called. Starts off with a sound clip from Clockwork Orange. This will sharpen you up and getting you ready for a little bit of the old ultra violence. And this is like death metal grind, maybe a little bit Napalm Deathish, but I thought that this was really good. I really like this album. You probably never even heard of them. I mean, you might have done, particularly if you're from Holland or Netherlands, should I say. But yeah, pretty sure these were from the Netherlands. I really enjoyed that. I made sure I picked that up. It's one of those ones where you listen to one track, you download it, and you're like, yeah, okay, where do I sign on to buy the rest of the album? That's what I did. I feel I might have bought two of their albums, I'm not sure. Right, last CD video, I mentioned this Altar because I picked them up, I showed you one of their CDs then. And I couldn't remember the name of the first track for some reason. I was thinking I know this is Youth Against Christ, and I was thinking maybe that's the name of the song. No, but the first song off that is called Throne of Fire, of course. Bloody awesome song. Just really pounding, driving track. Right, Impaled Nazarene, I've mentioned, I can't remember if I mentioned it on one of my CD videos or one of my vinyl videos. I think Impaled Nazarene are my favourite black metal band. Finnish black metal, Perkel. Absence of war does not mean peace. And I think there's a track on here called, where is it? Is this yeah, Hard Boiled and Still Hellbound. That's a killer track. It's a really cool track. They're a little bit away from the original black metal style on here, but it's still kind of like death black maybe, and it's still kicking ass, definitely. Godly Thrash. Yeah, you probably can, you know, it's, you know, not really godly, but, you know, it's godly. It's godly. They're gods of thrash. Let's just go there. I've got an old hoodie with that on, with the band's names around, so the band members' names around it, because I joined up with, I'm sure I joined up their fan club for a while. They had a fan club called the Death Cult Lodge, and I've got this this hoodie with, you know, the skull and the band members' names around it. I don't think there's an awful lot of those made, actually. Anyway, that was their first album, R.I.P. And I much prefer the first three albums. The first three albums for me are where Coroner is at. When they start going Grin and what was the other one called? But yeah, when they start getting more technical, less speed and thrashing, it's like, yeah, it's not for me. Not for me, sorry. Right, Danish death metal. Fucking awesome, ill-disposed, kick your ass all over the place if you give him a chance. Really great deep vocals from Bo Sumner, I think his name is. And yeah, just some really great bloody stuff on this one, really cool. Ill-disposed. Probably half forgotten about now, a lot of these bands. Like Pungent Stench, Austrian death metal, great bloody stuff. I got this on vinyl as well. This is a lot cut down than what the vinyl version is. The vinyl version, you see boobies. You see boobies on the vinyl version. Big boobies. Oh, you can see them on there slightly. Let's close that out. We don't want to get a strike from YouTube for daring to show a female. I can never say that. Is it areole? Is that the nipple? Yeah. What's the technical term for the nipple? Anyway, you don't want to be showing those off on here. Oh, I might get told off. I mean, it might be a very, very fat man with very large moobs, but I think it's just a large lady showing off her hairs and wearing a really creepy gimp mask kind of thing. Anyway, that's Pungent Stench. Psychotronic, Dirty Rhymes and Psychotronic Beats. It's got Viva la Murta on there, which is a really great track. It's death metal, but it's done really kind of grooving style, and it's just like, yeah, Viva la Murta is my motherfucking, I can't remember the words. Dream Death, what can you say about Dream Death? Doom Death awesomeness. Bloody fantastic album, this one. I've got this on vinyl as well as on CD. Yeah, I remember when I was doing some eBaying back in the day. It was like, yeah, let's try and get hold of some CDs of stuff that I've only got on vinyl. It says numbered edition. So I've got number 352. Whoa. Wow, that's really impressive, I say to myself. Right, yeah, but Dream Death, if you don't know this one, if you like Doom Death, you like Doom, yeah, even if you like thrash, it's kind of got some thrashy elements to it as well, actually, but it's just a really, really cool. Every single track on here is an absolute banger. I mean, back in the day when I had it on vinyl, I'd play it to my mates, and I was like, oh yeah, man, do us a tape of that. Do it. So, like, you know, you got to help your mates out, and you got to give them tapes of cool stuff so they can, you know, check it out for themselves. So Dream Death, definitely one of those bands, and I was quite impressed, actually. I didn't realise that they'd caught on with like a younger audience, because I remember DJing and I played it, and people were like, oh yeah, Dream Death, all these young kids, like, you know, 20 years my junior, and they were like, oh yeah, Dream Death, awesome. And I was like, fucking hell, I didn't think any of these guys would even know Dream Death. You know, this is from 88, I believe. 87 it says on there, but I think it came out in 88, but yeah, probably recorded in 87, I'm not too sure. But yeah, bloody good band. They came back as well a few years back. I think they did a couple of albums since they came back. I'm going to have to look up on that, actually. I bought one of them straight from the band when it came out of the new albums, because, you know, I just love Dream Death. I'm not giving it enough listens, that new album, actually. It was pretty cool. Right, and I think we started more or less with Deadhead, and we're finishing with Deadhead. This is their greatest album. This is the album that's in my head the most. Dream Deceiver. It's got some awesome death thrash tracks on here. Every single one of these, practically. Angel Heart, House of Ambient, sorry. They just Unholy. Yeah, just got really cool bloody just sing along almost. You know what I mean? Especially in the choruses. Just great stuff. Anyway, so that's my. That's some of my CDs in this box. Hope you enjoyed looking at those. If you've got any comments you want to make about them, any thoughts, any memories of those bands, then, you know, feel free to comment below. And cheers for watching. Please sub if it's your first time coming here. And it's probably still relevant. I've got a competition going on at the moment to win a CD of my mate's band, Bludgeon. They're an Essex brutal death metal band, and I'm giving away one of their CDs on my channel at the moment. If you go and check out that video, it should be up by now. And you got till, I think, 16th of December when I'll be doing a draw, and, you know, you could win a copy of that excellent CD. Anyway, cheers for watching this, and yeah, thanks for watching.